Welcome back. In today's episode, we have the conclusion of the interview with Shantel Khleif. Have you ever dreaded having a tough conversation with one of your employees? Well, I know I have. Shantel shares an interesting trick that makes it a little bit easier.
Welcome to this edition of Peak Performance Podcast with your host, Thor Conklin. Thor will be sharing the necessary tools, strategies, and psychology you'll need to become a peak performer in any area of your life or business.
Thor Conklin here. We give you the tricks, the tips, the tools, the strategy, the technology, and the psychology peak performers use in order to get more done and execute at the highest level. If you know what to do but struggle with getting it all done, or simply want to raise your game to the next level, this podcast is for you. Sit back and enjoy. If you were flat broke tomorrow, what would you do?
I'd hope I'd never get myself in that situation. But I'm super scrappy. I mean, when I first started the company, I was bartending, babysitting, and starting this as well. So I am not afraid to do anything. I'd probably go back to bartending because it's great money, but I'd make it work. Okay. Again, I'd probably nanny or walk dogs or do something.
Do whatever.
Yeah.
See, that's what people that start working at 12 and 13. Was that your first job or first company, I should say?
That was probably it. My first real paying was most likely nannying, but right. Yeah.
Well, that's great. I want to touch on something here. I had a question come in, I don't know, about 2 months ago, and it was asking about, a woman was asking, I think it was from Australia, that she felt that in business she was not being given an equal playing ground, let's say. That there was a glass ceiling for women in her industry. There was a bias towards wanting to do business with men. Have you found that? What's been your experience?
No, I actually had this conversation last week with another woman business owner. We had completely opposite views on it. I haven't, and I don't know if it's because I'm super resilient, and I don't know if I, think of that when I walk into a meeting or not. Or I have not had that, and I do not feel, restricted as a woman business owner. Or I truly think instead of kind of thinking about it and using that as an excuse of why you didn't get stuff done, I think you should just go do it instead. Again, though I haven't applied for a loan and I haven't tried to get financing, so I don't know about that side of things. But from a pure getting business standpoint, we have a really great service, and I believe in our team and what we're offering. And so that hasn't deterred anyone that I know of.
Yeah. I guess all you got to do is ask Sarah Blakely.
Yeah. I think it's kind of a lousy excuse.
I do too. I believe it's a story, but it's tough for me to actually say that because I'm not a woman, and I almost sound sexist by saying that. But, look, there are some places where I just can't even get through the door. Mm-hmm. But quite frankly, if you're an attractive female, you might be able to just get through the door just based on the way you look. Now, is that fair? Maybe not. But I think most business owners want to do business with professionals that are great at what they do. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't matter if you're white, black, woman, man, you name it. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. And I think it's a story. But I have a hard time, again, I'm a white male, and nobody really wants to hear my opinion on that.
Well, no, I think if you just surround yourself with people who have what you want and you ask for the things that you want, so whether it's salary or, that promotion, I think maybe some people are more timid to do that, which then they may feel that it's not just presented to them. But again, I feel you on that one.
What's one of your biggest weaknesses?
I do really struggle with kind of putting my foot down and being the...
Wait a second, you were Miss Bossy when you were young.
Well, yeah.
Did you completely kill that part of you?
So, looking back, maybe that contradicted itself. But I don't enjoy those tough conversations with the team. And I'm still learning to just kind of, I guess, pun intended, man up and just, have the conversations because it's the best for the company. And not that I don't have them, it's just I am fearful going into that meeting, or not fearful, but nervous, and I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. So that's probably a weakness. Backbone there would be helpful.
Yeah,
That would be interesting.
I get that. I believe it or not, I suffered from that for a long time. And what I found with myself, and if anyone's listening out here that goes through this as well, I found the reason that I was having most difficulty with it is I wasn't clear about setting the expectations up front. So
Yeah.
when I went back to enforce the rule, I wasn't really good at telling them what the rule was. And I didn't feel good about trying to enforce something I wasn't clear on. So for me, it was get clear in the beginning. And then for me, it just got easier. They're never easy. I hate firing people.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's
You know?
what I'm thinking in my head. Yeah.
Yeah, I was a little boy when it came to that. When I was married, it was like, turn to my wife, you fire him. I'll be happy to fire him. She was great at firing people. You're taking my money. You're gone. Has there been anything that you've been afraid to try?
I don't think I'd do bungee jumping. I don't really like spiders, so I probably wouldn't eat one. I mean, business-wise,
Walking on fire?
I actually was talking to Abe Mala from the EO, and he walked on fire. That was something, the program did at some point. I think I would totally do that.
Yeah, I actually set that up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was when I was on the board and they found out that I did that in another area of my life. And they're like, oh, yeah, we got to walk on fire. I was like, all right, I'll make that happen.
Okay.
Well, anytime and you want to walk on fire, all you need to do is reach out to your uncle.
Okay.
He can arrange that. He knows somebody that knows somebody.
Got it.
Bring us back to a time in your life when you needed to start or stop something. What brought you to that decision, and what gave you the courage to move in a different direction?
Well, we've tried in the past 3.5 years. One thing that comes to mind is we've tried starting to expand our services and either white label maybe website design or SEO or PR. So we did try that and we started it. And our intention and thought behind that was if we could provide more value and be that one-stop shop for our partners, then there'd be no need to hire someone else. But we learned pretty quickly after that and put a stop to it that we are so hyper-focused, and that's what allows us to be really good at our job. And our job is social media and building those relationships. And if we become distracted with all of the other services out there and the idea of becoming this huge full-service marketing agency, it takes away from kind of our core competencies and what sets us apart from the competition. And then we're playing in a whole new, pool of fish. So that's just one thing recently that's come to mind that we've tried and we've put a stop to.
Well, whenever something's not working and you decide quickly, nothing ventured, nothing gained, but definitely stopping it early is great advice.
We actually, and kind of on that note, we kind of subcontracted a newsletter recently for a client, and we were very transparent that we would help manage that relationship, but we're not the ones actually, providing the end result with the newsletter. And that team in particular wasn't able to perform and execute properly. And instead of it, it didn't look bad on us at the end because we were super transparent that, we didn't own that. That wasn't our thing, which was a great lesson to learn looking back.
I think we're all striving to learn the secrets of success and happiness and wealth and being healthy and wise. So let's just get right to it. We're doing all this to be healthy, happy, wise, successful. What are the secrets to happiness or success or wealth?
Well, I think success is probably subjective to each person. Whether, you put importance on success in your wealth or in your family or just having something that you can call your own. So it's probably different for everyone, but I think it's just waking up every day feeling passionate and believing in what you're doing and feeling excited about it. Working for someone else or starting a project that you're not excited about can be extremely draining. which then I think takes away from the health and the wealth and, the mental side of it. So I think if you could focus on loving what you're doing and continuing to learn and grow, there will never be a dull day. So I suppose that would lead to success. I think that also goes with, if you find something you're passionate about, the money will follow. So again, if the success side of it is the money, if you become really good at something and an expert in that space, or again, like a really hyper-focused niche, that would lead to a lot of success.
If you become a peak performer.
There we go.
Excellent.
Good plug.
So why are you so passionate about your business? Why do you love it so much?
Well, we get to help. I think we have 38 or 39 partners right now, but we get to help business owners reach their goals and, succeed in their dreams and be a part of all of that. So I love it because every day I'm learning something new from another business owner. So being surrounded by people who are like-minded is extremely motivating to me. But it is really rewarding to get these emails that, we just posted something on Instagram and someone called to place it on hold. And then they came and picked it up. So we really are contributing to their growth, which we all find a lot of pride in.
And it sounds like you call your customers partners. Is that correct?
It is.
Nice. I like that. I like that.
We all really, it's maybe a little silly, but we know their birthdays and their kids' names and what's important to them. And I think that makes us feel like a part of their team because we put a lot of value in getting to know them up front as well.
Well, I'll tell you this, and as far as I'm concerned, what's silly is not knowing your customers' birthdays, who they are, what they do, and what inspires them. That's silly and stupid. What you're doing is absolutely brilliant.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about your company and how the audience can get a hold of you.
Yeah, so Imagine Media Consulting, we are based in Atlanta, Georgia, and we're located in Ponce City Market. So if you're visiting in town...
Oh, that's an awesome place.
Love it. Yes. Please come visit. We can grab a cup of coffee. But if you want to email me directly, it's Shan, SHAN, as in Nancy, at imaginemediaconsulting.com. Or check out our website or follow us. More importantly, follow us on social media.
Great. Any parting advice for the listeners?
I would say just go after what you want. Put it out there in the universe and keep trying.
Every peak performer that has ever lived or will live does one thing extremely well. They know how to take their ideas and execute on them. Ideas and knowledge are not power, but the ability to execute on them, that is real power. If you consider yourself a peak performer and really want to take your game to the next level and truly master the science of execution, I would like to send you some information about our upcoming event, Business Execution Summit. Simply take your phone and text the word BE Summit, one word, to 41411. And I'll send you some additional information on how to master the most important skill you will ever acquire for your life or your business. Thank you so much for listening today. I really do appreciate your time, and I hope you found today's show valuable. If you would like to receive these shows automatically to your phone or to your computer, simply go to iTunes and subscribe. After listening to several of the shows, if you're so inclined, please leave us a 5-star rating, as this helps us reach additional people and spread the message. If you're truly committed to taking your life to the next level and doing whatever it takes to become a peak performer, but something's holding you back, something is blocking your way, and you just can't seem to figure out what it is, send me an email to info@thorconklin.com. And I'd be more than happy to get on the phone with you. We'll schedule a 15-minute discovery call. No obligation, no cost. I absolutely love to hear from the listeners. And if there's something I can do to help, I'd be more than happy to do that. Also, if you found something of great interest in today's show and you want to share that with your friends and family, simply go to my Facebook page, Thor Conklin. Click on the episode, hit the share button, and share it on your page. You can follow me at Twitter at Thor Conklin. The website is thorconklin.com. We're constantly adding new free resources, discussing additional tricks, tips, tools, and strategies on how to be a peak performer. Remember, I try to keep these episodes short so you can listen to them during dot time, doing other things, commuting, driving, walking, working out. Decide to be a peak performer in all that you do. And until tomorrow, have an absolutely amazing day.